This is Python Turtle tutorial part 2. This video will be spread through 3 parts. The first part is basically making one enemy. The second part is basically moving the enemy and doing boundary detection. The third part is basically duplicating the enemy, so there's 3 enemies. Cool. Okay, this is part 1, adding the enemies. How are we gonna do that? We have to first define the enemy by doing goal equals tiddle. I named my enemy goal, but you shouldn't do that. You should name your enemy. Okay. I define its color by saying enemy.color blue, so its color is blue. I define its shape by saying enemy.shape equals circle, an enemy shape circle, which basically says it's a circle. And then that says enemy.pen up. What does that mean? That basically means whenever it sets a position, it will not draw a line. Okay, and then I define enemy speed as 0, and then I define set heading. What does that mean? That if the shape was a triangle and it says set heading 90, it would be in 90 degrees. Okay. X equals random.random. What does that mean? First, you have to import random, and then now we're gonna basically make the goal set position of random from the x and y. So we have to first define x. So we're basically making the computer pick a random number between -263 through 147, and making the computer pick a random number of y through -234 through 0. And then we set the position of x and y because it was already defined. Okay, this is part 2. We're basically moving the enemy and implementing boundary detection. Let's get started. Okay, so basically go to the end of your code and put the forever loop. How do you do that? You basically type while true. Okay, now what do you put in that forever loop? You put speed equals 30. This is a variable. It's going to be useful later. And then you put go.forward speed. Basically, I'm saying my enemy should go forward 30. And it's in a forever loop, so it will loop forever. Okay, now we're basically gonna go through if statements. Okay, so if goal x core is greater than 280 or goal.x core is less than -280, then it will basically go right. Okay, what does this mean? So 280 and -280 is basically how far the box is. So if it basically touches one side of the box, it will basically go right. One thing I added that you shouldn't add is whenever it touches the box, the speed sets to 20, which is basically useless. So don't add that. Okay, so that was for X core. Now just repeat it for Y core. You got it. Okay, so it basically works now. So if you run the program, the ball basically just bounces off things, but then eventually the ball will go out of the box. A way to prevent this is basically putting another if loop. Basically, it's the same thing as the first one, but instead of 280, you change all of them to 310, -310, 310, -310 for x and y. And also for the condition, do you remember setting the position of the enemy? Basically copy and paste that code and put it in the if loop for 310 and -310 for x and y. Okay, is that a little bit confusing? It maybe is, but I hope you get it. Okay, this is part 3. We're basically duplicating the enemy into 3. Okay, so this is really easy. So basically get the enemy code that you had, and then copy and paste it. Okay, copy and paste it the first time, and then change goal into goal 1. Okay, and then after that, copy and paste that, and then change that into goal 2. Okay, now you have to copy and paste the forward thing. So do you know go dot forward speed? Now you basically copy that and paste it, and then name it go 1 dot forward speed, and then copy that and then name it go 2 dot forward speed. Okay, now we basically do the collision detection. Yes, you got it. copy and paste the original one, paste it, and then you change all the goal into goal 1, and then paste and then copy that and then change all the goal 1 into goal 2. It might be a little bit confusing, but yeah, it's just copy and pasting. This might not be like the most optimized way of doing it, but it's the most easiest way. Okay, thank you. This video is done, and also the link of this project will be in the description. Bye.